Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Football is back. I'm here with Moody and Isaiah. We're here with our top 10 quarterbacks going into 2022. How we doing, guys?
Football's
You go
almost
ahead,
here.
Sam.
Football's almost here. That's all that matters.
Yeah, just super excited. It's been a long time since we got together to talk about some football, the greatest sport on this earth. Can't wait to get the season started.
Oh, absolutely. So, top 10 quarterbacks, the face of the franchises. We got our top 10. It should be interesting. Who wants to go first?
So I guess
All
we'll
right, I'll
start with
start it
the
off.
first half. I guess we'll go 10 through 6
10
each
through
and
6,
then go.
yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and kick it off for us. I'll start at my number 10. Dangerous Russell Wilson, new quarterback for the Denver Broncos. We're going to see if he can maintain the tradition of changing teams and winning the Super Bowl right away. I think he's got the team in Denver to do it. I love Nathaniel Hackett as the head coach and calling the plays. I think Russell Wilson's primed for a big year, and he probably will end up higher, I think, at the end of the season. At number 9, I got B Joe Burrow. Cincinnati Bengals made it to the Super Bowl, comeback player of the year. I expect him to have another great season with that receiving core. It's so nasty. At number 8, we'll see how this works out for him, but Mr. Matthew Stafford, he's got that elbow problem. We'll see how good he actually looks coming off of that, but he won the Super Bowl, so he gets to hold it down. At number 7, Jay Urbo, Justin Herbert. We all know we've seen the arm. We just got to get him in the playoffs and get him in some games that actually matter to get, or he could easily be one on the list going into next season. And at number 6, Rain Dakota Prescott remains in the same spot he remained at last year. Career high season for him, 12-5. I got him in at number 6.
Do you want to do your honorable mentions?
Oh, sure. All right. I did 2 honorable mentions. I had Kyler Murray and Derek Carr.
Okay. Isaiah, you want me to go?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. So my honorable mentions are Kyler Murray and Dak Prescott. Starting at number 10, I got Derek Carr. So I did my top 10 a little bit different. I did it on what I think their production is going to be this year. So I think with the addition of Devontae Adams, getting Waller, I think it's going to be a much improved offense. So I think that makes him a pretty good top 10 quarterback. Number 9, I got Matthew Stafford coming off a Super Bowl. That offense is still going to be lethal no matter what. Number 8, I got Lamar Jackson. I think he is just an elite athlete, and I think he's still in his explosive years. So he's a top 10 quarterback in my book. Number 7, I got Russell Wilson. With everything that Moody said, with him being in Denver, they lost. What wide receiver did they lose? Tim Patrick. I think that's somewhat of a loss, but I think Russell Wilson can definitely overcome that. And number 6, I got Justin Herbert.
Okay. So I guess it's on me now. So my honorable mentions are actually the same honorable mentions as Eric. I've got Kyler with his big new contract. He's going to have to show that he can last the full season. That's really all that's left to be seen. I've got Dak Prescott. Moody showed no bias in ranking Dak Prescott, but great quarterback. Like Moody said, career year, talented player. That's what nothing great intangibles. At number 10, I have the same 10 as Moody. I have Russell Wilson. I think it's a make or break year for Russell Wilson. It's a contract year too. So we'll see how he does in that system. I think it's the first time he'll play in a quarterback-friendly system in his whole career. And he'll probably be offensive-centric. Dark horse MVP candidate, but I just think the division's monstrous.
So this is the year Russell Wilson gets an MVP vote? Is that a vote? You giving him the whole trophy? Can he get a vote?
At number 9, I have Matthew Stafford, who of everybody on this list, other than the 2 guys that should be retiring sooner or later, he's got the highest candidacy to fall off of it. Now that elbow injury is scary. He's been banged up before, and he's 34. So 34-year-old quarterbacks who have been chronically hurt after playing the most games and throwing the ball the most times, they might have gone all in at the right time, and they got the Super Bowl now. So who cares? At number 8, I have Lamar Jackson, the most dynamic quarterback in the NFL running wise, above average, better passer than people let on. Interested to see how he does with Rashad Bateman this year, and interested to see when he gets paid, because he should get paid. He should be paid already if he's banking on himself, I think that is risky. If he hits it out the park like Joe Flacco did, he'll be seeing the amount of money that my number 7 quarterback got, Mr. Deshawn Watson. Lots of speculation on how many games he will play this year, but
0.
Goose egg. You think the
0.
NFL going to get? You think the NFL is going to get him away like that?
No, they're tossing him away, Eric. They're tossing him away. It's going to be tough for Cleveland.
The Cleveland Browns did not trade away all those assets to give away all that money.
They didn't see it coming. You hate the Browns making a bad decision. Is that shocking?
The speculation we let Deshaun Watson's value to the league could be subsidized if they fix his off the field discrepancies, however they turn out. But he's still a crazy talent. And if he played, he could be a top 5 quarterback. And at number 6, I've got the ageless wonder, Mr. Tom Brady. I wish he had just retired. Then he wouldn't have been in the pool to be picked.
He wasn't supposed to be on the list.
One more year. He's definitely retiring after this year, unless he wins the MVP and the Super Bowl.
No.
We've been saying this.
He signed a contract to go do something else.
He's going to Miami.
When he finishes his contract,
he's going to Miami. But now they lied about it. They lied in the street. I feel bad. It's gonna be a trade. Tom Brady for Tua Tagovailoa, and the Bucs is gonna have to deal with it.
So what do we think of each other's lists going 6 through honorable mention?
Did Moody did you leave out Lamar Jackson for Dak Prescott?
I didn't leave out Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is on the list.
He was 9?
No, I haven't named him yet. I haven't ranked him yet.
Okay. That's okay. You have him higher. Okay.
Yeah, I have him higher.
Okay. That's okay. I mean, me and Eric both had the same 2.
Yeah, we both had Matthew Stafford at 9 and Lamar at 8.
It's really nothing more to say about Stafford, I think. Now we just wait to see how much longer he has on him.
Yeah.
He got paid him again. He's got paid again. Him and his bank account, they're forever winning. Matthew Stafford's been there's a reason that they don't pay rookies like they used to, and it's because of him and Sam Bradford. So, hey, get that money. But anything else to say about Mr. Russell Wilson? We all had him on this tier. Do we not? But all said so glowingly that he could be higher.
I mean, I think. Go ahead.
The problem with Russ is just he's been really a non-factor in the league the last year or two, just because the way Seattle's burned to the ground. They kept Pete Carroll over him. That's probably going to be a massive mistake. But Russell Wilson really just has to get out there and reprove that he's still on this level. He's already 33, 34. So the fall off could be coming, or he could be hitting the last peak, which a lot of quarterbacks hit in that 33, 34, 35 range. I think we all agree that he's probably somewhere in the middle of that. And he could easily take the team. He could easily be taking the Broncos to the Super Bowl. That's the kind of level he can reach if he's healthy and he's good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he has to worry about his next contract, because I don't think the Broncos trade the assets they did for him to only for 1 year. So I think he's pretty safe in getting that contract.
But how much you make. He might not want a team-friendly deal. He might want a one last bag. And if he doesn't play amazingly, he's not. You saw James Harden in the NBA. You could get this team-friendly deal. This is what you're worth now. So I mean, that's the risk you take.
He got Sierra. There's nothing wrong with taking a discount. It's not like he ain't got no other income coming into the family.
That's right.
Future's getting child support too, so he ain't even got to spend all his money on the kids. He got plenty of money coming in. He's straight.
Anything else to say about this tier, our bottom tiers? I was surprised that both you guys had Justin Herbert in this tier.
Yeah, I had him at 6.
I had him at 7. Justin Herbert, I mean, we all see the talent. I don't think there's any debate that the talent is top 3, top 2 in the league, but talent doesn't always equate to production. It doesn't always equate to success, and he's got to be more successful. He has a tendency to turn the ball over at some inappropriate times. He's 9-8 and 7-9 in this first couple of years. Most of these guys on the top 10 list most of the guys that we have on the top 10 list were in the playoffs their first 2 years, taking their teams to the playoffs and competing in big games.
One of those guys is Tom Brady. So
everybody on the list: Joe Burrow, Stafford waited till year 3. Wilson was in the playoffs. Dak was in the playoffs. Lamar was in the playoffs. Allen was in the playoffs. Rodgers everybody was in the playoffs. So you got to be in the playoffs. That's all I'm asking. Get to the big games.
Okay. Who's
But
ready
all
to
right,
go first?
let's get to these top 5, gentlemen.
All right, we'll rotate it. So, all right, I'll go ahead and start. At number 5 for me, Lamar Jackson, MVP. The Ravens were going to be the 1 seed in the AFC until he got hurt, and he was playing with a mass unit of a roster last year. He's clearly carrying that entire franchise on his back. Although the Ravens are a great franchise in general, so he's got a great floor to deal with. But
how much they pay that kicker?
Exactly. So it's not like Lamar don't have help, but Lamar has to convert the 4th and 26 before Justin Tucker can make the NFL record field goal. Like one and the other, they go hand in hand. So I'll give Lamar Jackson credit for that. He's MVP of the league. He should get Deshawn Watson at least the money, but we'll see how that goes, because if Deshaun gets suspended for the year, no one's going to be touching that money anytime soon. At number 4, Josh Allen, 2 straight years of 40-plus touchdowns. He's been absolutely fantastic. He was awesome in the playoffs last year. They need to run him less. They definitely got to figure out a way to stop making him be the number 1 running back and quarterback, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he gets to sit comfortably at 4. Here's where my tier 1 quarterbacks are, the top of the top. These are the best 3 quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. Tom Brady, he's in his own category. He led the league in yards and touchdowns last year. He's the GOAT, the greatest quarterback to ever play. At number 2, Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVP. My call from this past year, Aaron Rodgers going home with another trophy. We'll see how that looks without Devontae Adams, but it's Aaron Rodgers. He'll be great unless he's playing San Francisco in the playoffs. And at number 1, Patrick Mahomes is still the undisputed best quarterback in the league for me. He most directly affects the championship picture every single year. He's always going to be there at the very end. He literally has to be awful for the team to not go to the Super Bowl. He has to be garbage for a half for the team not to be in the championship. So Patrick Mahomes, number 1.
Good list. All right, so now my number 5, I got Joe Burrow. I think with the weapons that he already had, plus the offensive upgrades, I think he's going to solidify at least a top 6, top 5 quarterback spot this year. Number 4, I have the GOAT, Tom Brady. Number 3, you don't need to say anything else about Tom Brady. Tom Brady,
no,
y'all already know what's happening.
Go away. That's what you got to say. Go away. There you go.
Number 3, I got the back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He's done it before Devontae Adams. He will do it after Devontae Adams. He was killing the league with Jordy Nelson as his leading receiver. Like
you're not about to disrespect Jordy Nelson. We're not about to sit here and disrespect Jordy Nelson.
I'll tell you
Jordy
one
Nelson
thing,
was
Eric.
that dude.
I think Jordy Nelson was a better all-time receiver than Devontae Adams. Jordy Nelson was disgusting.
Ooh, that's spicy. That's spicy. That's still a spicy take.
Jordy Nelson was amazing in his prime.
He was nasty though.
That's the best target Aaron. That's the best target.
The best chemistry he had with a wide receiver.
Yeah, so like I'm about to say Jordy Nelson. We're not going to disrespect Jordy Nelson.
Anyway, number two, I got Josh Allen. I think, dude, I still remember watching him against the Chiefs in the playoffs. I think that game solidified him as arrived. And now this year we'll see how much so he has. And then number 1, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the freaking behind the back throw from today was just ridiculous. Like all of that. I mean,
he had to remind
the whole package.
He had to remind everybody today. People say I'm not good no more. But okay.
All right, so you go ahead with your top 5.
All right, we'll knock out. These are my top 5. So I've got the back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers, at 5. He won the MVP again last year. I think he's just been running it up on that weak division in the NFC North. His system's really good. Him and Matt LaFleur have made something special. It's going to be interesting to see how they do without Adams, because he's done good without Adams when he's been hurt. So it's interesting to see. But another year older, I think he still has his arm, has all the talent. But, I mean, we're waiting for some playoffs. We're waiting for some playoff success versus Jimmy Garoppolo. We want to see Aaron Rodgers outplay Jimmy Garoppolo one time in the playoffs before.
I mean, to be fair to him, he scored more points than Jimmy Garoppolo scored in their playoff game. Now, he didn't win the game anyway, but he did that. So, I mean, like, I don't know. It's tough. I'm sorry, Aaron. It's tough for you, brother. It's tough.
And number 4, I have everyone's favorite, the new guy on the block, Mr. Joe Burrow. He took the Bengals to the Super Bowl, surprisingly. Now, we'll say he might have the best set of weapons.
Isaiah, did he take them to the Super Bowl?
He might have the best set of weapons in the NFL. without a doubt. So, I mean, it's tough to say, but he's one of the most elusive quarterbacks. He's sneaky, athletic. He's like one of the best at avoiding sacks, a la Chris Jones in the AFC Championship game. So this guy's an athlete, great arm, but those weapons, the way that defense played, and his kicker might have got him some new status. But he's still amazing. Was my number one quarterback coming out in his class. And number 3, the guy I think could be the best quarterback in the NFL. The only reason he isn't my number one is because he's never been in the playoffs. Mr. Justin Herbert. And that's what I said. I believe he could be the best quarterback in the NFL. And the only reason I can't say that is because he's never been to the playoffs. So he's still got to go down that path. So we'll see how that goes. I think he throws the best ball. I think he's the best processor of these young guys. And I think he'll be my MVP candidate for this year. And number 2, I've got to flip. I'm still going to always say this is a 1B, 1A type of thing, 1A, 1B type of things. But I'm going with Mahomes at 2 this year. He just hasn't had a better season than Josh Allen in 3 years. So, and his numbers have declined year after year, and the turnovers have gone up year after year. Now, is that because his talent has declined? Probably not. Is it because him and Andy Reid are about doing whatever YOLO ball to the extreme? Yeah. So they got to calm that down. I think getting rid of Tyreek Hill, it will be interesting to see how they do. I think he makes a big season out of MVS and Juju. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it now without that big deep threat play, because I don't believe McCall Harmer is going to be any impactful in that way. And at number 1, Josh Allen. I think no one does more for his offense and team than him. He's the second best running quarterback, and he's the second best throwing quarterback, maybe the third best at worst. So, I mean, I think he's got the toolbox that no one has. He's got that size, athleticism, and speed. Of course, if he's going to keep running like this, he probably won't last so much longer, but YOLO.
So, Isaiah, I got a question for you. So, Justin Herbert just got to make the playoffs, and he's your number one quarterback? So, if he just goes to the playoffs and out, he's your number 1 quarterback?
Yeah, he's got to lead the team to the playoffs. Now, I don't believe – like last year, they were as close as you could be without making the playoffs, and that's with blowing a game to Houston where they let Rex Burkhead run for 200 yards. Like, he didn't let Rex Burkhead run for 200 yards. He had nothing to do with that. He only led the highest rated offense yards wise. I think he led the league in passing yards at 40 touchdowns. And so, I mean, all he has to do is go to the playoffs, and then people will say all of a sudden he's amazing now. But this guy's probably the best quarterback in the league 2 years down the line, easily.
Wow, easily.
And I'm taking him over Joe Burrow. I think if you put Justin Herbert on the Bengals, if you gave Justin Herbert Jamar Chase,
put Keenan Allen number 2 on his top 5.
We're not going to sit here and pretend like Justin Herbert ain't have no weapons now. Like, we can't sit here and act like he doesn't have a good offense around him.
This is all I'm going to say. Neither of Justin Herbert's weapons made my top 10. 2 of Joe Burrow's weapons made my top 10 receivers.
That's fair. So Justin Herbert is also the only QB in the league that's got 2 $20 million receivers. So I feel like those weapons are Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are dudes now. Like, they ain't scrubs. Now, they ain't Joe Burrow's weapons. Joe Burrow got the best weapons in the league by far. It ain't even a close number 2.
Amari Cooper's a $20 million receiver. Everybody's a $20 million receiver nowadays.
What's wrong with Amari Cooper?
He's not going to be in nobody's top 10 receiver list. So,
and I want y'all to remember that while y'all over here disrespecting Dak Prescott, just remember that nobody was trying to put Amari Cooper on a top 10 list. But we
not because he's not fight
about Dak.
But yeah, I mean, is there anything else to say about Tom Brady other than go away?
He's in his own GOAT category.
You guys are holding out Mahomes over Allen. I think Allen's running is a different dynamic.
Allen can't beat him. So I'm sorry, bro. Like, you can't beat him. And to be fair to Josh Allen, Mahomes probably had better weapons, but Josh Allen's had the number 1 defense for 3 straight years, and Stephon Diggs, and he still can't beat Mahomes. At some point, you got to beat the guy to beat the guy.
Number 1 defenses ain't been winning Super Bowls. You know what has been? Elite weapons like Tyreek Hill. Elite weapons like Travis Kelce, Gronkowski, Mike Evans.
Elite weapons.
If you got to turn
Stephon Diggs an elite weapon.
Yeah, but if you have to turn Gabe Davis into an 8-catch, 200-yard, 4-touchdown receiver to stand a chance to be in a toe-to-toe fight.
Just to lose anyway, because that's what Patrick Mahomes is. You can do all that and have to leave with 13 seconds and lose anyway. Damn.
I mean, it's not his fault. His number one defense lets Tyreek Hill catch a slant route and make a bunch of all-pro DBs.
At some point, stop relying on the number one defense. You got to win the game. I mean, he only needed 18 points a game.
Coin flip. It was literally a coin flip. Toe for toe.
And the ball ass. You hate to see it.
They changed the rule. That one was so sad. They changed the rule. They didn't care about MVP Matt Ryan. They didn't even change the rule for him. They didn't change the rule for Mahomes. But they saw Allen lose that game. It was like, all right, got it. All right, that's disappointing. Okay, so that's all I gotta say about that. But anything else to say about these guys?
No. Did we want to do a breakout quarterback?
Yeah. We had a.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say my guy's easy. I had Trey Lance as my number one quarterback in his draft class. He's my guy for the breakout. I'll say my rookie too. I had Ritter as the number one quarterback in my draft class this year, so he's my rookie that has the chance. If he broke out, had that random Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, Russell Wilson like breakout season, that'd be my choice.
Yeah, Moody, I'll go after him. I have Trey Lance as well as my breakout. I also think with the system that he's in, I think he'll definitely be able to flourish. And then my rookie, I'll do Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh. I don't think Mitch Trubisky or Mason Rudolph will last long. So I really think in this year, it's whatever quarterback you think will play the most.
Yeah, for me, my breakout's going to be Trevor Lawrence. I think Jacksonville's finally put the talent around him to break out. He was my guy last year, but Urban Meyer's the biggest cancer in NFL history. He's finally out. So I expect Trevor Lawrence to flourish under Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning head coach. Revamp weapons, even if I don't love how much they spent on them, they're still pretty good. Hopefully Evan Ingram isn't causing him too many interceptions. And best rookie for me is going to be Mr. Matt Corral from the Carolina Panthers, because I don't think any other guys ahead of him are going to last that long. Sam Darnold's going to get benched. Baker will probably get hurt, and Matt Corral will get the chance to go make it happen.
Hey, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Matt Corral dice it up. But
I see he's been the most impressive of all the throws I've seen from their camp. I'm not gonna lie about that. So I mean,
he regrets going to Ole Miss. So welcome to Carolina. You know?
All right. I mean, I guess that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, interact, and we'll catch y'all next time when we're back for running backs.